Hello, my earthworm friends. Obviously, you are earth element, and we will get into it in a minute, but it looks like you're really going through it. Okay. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. Okay, when in balance, earnest, intelligent, valuable. When out of balance, self-conscious and apprehensive. To bring into balance, speak up, risk embarrassment. Ouch. But you can do it. It's how we all learn. We fall down, we get ourselves back up again, and in the end, the only thing that matters is that we keep getting back up. All right, now, as far as your tea leaf cards, we have romance, broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem, tulip, great passion, wreath, sorrow over a loss, scissors, disappointment in some affair, and whale, great worry over nothing. Now, 5 of these cards seem to indicate that something, a relationship, a connection, a romantic connection, has fallen apart. Probably communication issues were a big part of it. Whales are famous, of course, for being able to communicate over great distances. But I don't think you were able to communicate well. Perhaps neither one of you were. All right, so, wow, I'm getting hot as I'm doing your reading. Oh. Let's see. I want to know if there's anything more about this great worry over nothing that we need to know about. I suppose you probably want to know more about this connection, this unsuccessful connection. So, interesting. We have walking boots, time for a journey and adventure, a new beginning. Find your own resourcefulness. Yes, right now you're feeling pretty timid, but you have good luck, a happy coincidence coming for you. Of course, it's possible that there was some sort of disappointment, some other sort of loss that happened apart from this connection. But I don't know why that's coming to me. It looks like it's time to walk away. New beginnings. Perhaps a fling. Something short-lived. What else do you need to know? Perhaps communication. Something that will help you work on your communication skills. Oh dear. You really want to work this out, don't you? Stalemate, blocked, refusing to compromise, competition. And yet, magnifying glass, get more information. You need some clarity. You need to do some research. I don't know what you need to research. Maybe communication itself. Let's get more information on this magnifying glass. Get more information, research. What is that about? Okay, that's pretty clear. You need to get grounded. You need to work on your own development. It looks like you really need to work on your connection to source, looking into past lives perhaps. What are your beliefs, your spiritual beliefs? How are they changing, evolving, growing? Divine intervention is at work here. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of spiritual stuff going on here. You didn't get the Divine Love card. Determined action. An event, a party, a date, a meeting, community outdoors, playing the field. Keep going. Strategic planning. I don't know about that. Chain reaction, butterfly effect. The butterfly effect is pretty much the opposite of strategic planning, because the butterfly effect means that some little thing happening somewhere, apparently being too small to have any effect on anything, changes the course of events on the other side of the world. So it's something minuscule, something you have no control over, something happening very far away by people or things, or something you have no knowledge of whatsoever. And even if you did, it would seem totally insignificant, and yet it changes everything. What is this butterfly effect? I mean, this is the way the divine works. The butterfly effect. So I think, strategic planning. Seven of Swords. In reverse. Knight of Wands. A crossing position. So a bit of player energy there, especially with the Devil. Seven of Swords in reverse. An end to the game playing, perhaps. Five of Swords, really struggling with this. And the Ten of Cups in reverse. The ideal family situation, happily ever after. All falls apart. So we have the question of betrayal. This is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So who betrayed whom? What constitutes betrayal? The Knight of Wands in a crossing position suggests someone has player tendencies. That would definitely constitute betrayal. Also, we have the Devil here, so there's a possibility of bad habits, vices, addictions, illusions, and delusions. Definitely lots of things cause Five of Swords. Lots of conflict. Self-sabotage. And sabotaging this Ten of Cups situation. So you may be feeling some responsibility for what happened. Or you may be feeling very much a victim of what happened. We have self-expression. Be bold, be heard, speak your mind, communicate, negotiate. This may be a real challenge for an earthworm kind of person. It'll feel very risky. It might make you feel very exposed. And it's probably something you don't have a lot of experience with, but you do need to send a clear message. So you need to speak your mind. You also need to listen to the other people involved. And if there's going to be real communication, any possibility of negotiating any kind of difficulties, then everyone involved has to be an active listener, willing to hear and at least attempt to see the other person's point of view, understand the other person's perspective. But you also have to stand up for yourself and send a clear message. So it requires honesty and self-expression from everyone. And there's a lot here that is very messy. If this is about turning this 10 of Cups around, there is a lot of work to be done. Because we have this Knight of Wands behavior, we have this Devil. What do we need to know about this connection? Well, the possibility of success exists. However, as I said, it is very complicated, very messy. It's going to take an enormous amount of work if you want to fix this. And you can't be an earthworm about it. Not that you can't be a newbie. Everyone's a newbie at some point. But it's going to take perseverance. It's going to take transformation. You're going to have to speak up. All right, anything else? All right, final thoughts here are balance. Get centered, meditate. You need well-being. You need to integrate yourself. And the white feather is a card of miracles. Peace. You need inner peace. You really need inner peace. You need to be able to make a leap of faith, so you need some strength. We also have forgiveness, reconciliation, and freedom. Perhaps right now what you need to do is simply to let go of this and work on yourself. You have a lot of integrating to do. Maybe after you do some of that work, you'll discover that this situation isn't in your best interest anymore. I've seen that happen. That's okay too. That's not a failure. The end of a relationship is not a failure because you learn something from every relationship, or at least you have the opportunity to do so. If you choose to learn from it, in no way is it a failure. Okay? I was in a very bad marriage for too long, and I kicked myself a lot for staying in it for as long as I did. But I learned a lot, not from it so much as coming to the realization that I deserved more and I deserved better. And I set out on that path to find that for myself. You can do that too. So, reconciliation is possible. You get the yes card here, I think. Somewhere I think you got the yes card. Here it is. Reconciliation is possible, but I think what's really important is for you to develop the ability to be uncomfortable so that you can learn, so that you can become stronger and communicate. You've had quite a few things about communication coming up in this reading. So I suspect speaking up for yourself is a challenge for you. And it is extremely important for you to have a successful relationship. So I am wishing you all the best. I hope you do find, your path and believe in miracles. I've seen impossible things happen. So simply believe that the best is yet to come, whatever it may look like. And I would suggest being open to whatever it may look like. Don't try to define it. It's okay for things to be unknown. You don't need to know how things are going to work out. You just need to have faith that they will be better. And that you will be better. You will feel complete. I am wishing you peace and well-being.